Today we're going to be looking at negative exponents in scientific notation. First of all, we're asked to simplify 5 to the negative 2. I want you to think of that as without the negative, and we know 5 squared is 25. That negative exponent does not make it negative, it puts it under 1. So the answer is 1 divided by 25. When we look at the second example, we have x cubed divided by x to the negative 4th. If you bring that x to the negative 4th up to the top numerator, it becomes positive. And we know x cubed times x to the 4th is x to the 7th. Our third example is 1 divided by 4 to the negative 2. Again, thinking of 4 as 4 to the negative 2 as 4 squared, which is 16, and that negative does not make it negative, it puts it under 1. So now we have the fraction 1 divided by 1 over 16. Well, 1 divided by 1 over 16 is simply 16. Switching over to scientific notation, when we write in scientific notation, if I have the example 0.0067, in scientific notation, your number has to be a number between 1 and 10. In order to make 0.0067 a number between 1 and 10, we have to move the decimal to the right 3 places. And we find that that is 6.7. And since we moved our decimal to the right 3 places, it's times 10 to the negative 3. The second example is 167,890. If I want to get that number between 1 and 10, I have to move that decimal, which we don't write, but we know it's right there by the 0. So we go to the left, and we have to go 5 places to find a number that is between 1 and 10. So when we do that, we get 1.67890 times 10 to the 5th because we moved the decimal 5 places to the left. Just the opposite of scientific notation is writing it in standard form. So I've been given 2.35 times 10 to the negative 4th, which of course is scientific notation. In order to undo that, I have to move my decimal 4 places to the left, and when I do that, I have to put 3 zeros in. So I have 0.000235. The second example is 9.312 times 10 to the 5th, and it's a positive exponent, so now I'm moving my decimal to the right. And when I go 5 places to the right, I have to insert 2 zeros, and my answer becomes 931,200.